Hello, thank you for joining us. Welcome to Chatting with CHEEMA.
Wait, I thought it was called something else, Jamie.
CHEEMA Chat. Chatting with CHEEMA. What are we calling it?
Why don't we let the drivers decide, guys?
Yeah, that's a good idea. So drivers, we're still trying to figure out a name over here, so send us some emails, people in messages, leave us comments, and let's come up with a name for this bad boy.
Chatting with CHEEMA. I'm your host, Jamie Phillip. I'm here joined by Harmon CHEEMA. To my left, your right. We got a guest with us today. This is AJ Colp. AJ, say hi.
Hello, how you doing?
AJ's going to help field some questions for us a little bit later on, but let's go ahead and get things started. If you joined us last month, this is going to be the beginning of a monthly relationship between you and us. We're looking forward to spending time with you. But you might notice right away something's a little bit different. Not only do we have a guest speaker in AJ, we've also got some new grills.
Nice grill, Jimmy.
Nice grill, Harmon. We got some feedback from our meeting last time around, and that feedback was this: smile more.
Did you see me smiling?
You can see it in your eyes. But yes,
Why
there's a
are we
mandate.
wearing these suckers?
There's a mandate. Oregon first, and then Washington followed suit, requiring masks indoors for all vaccinated and non-vaccinated personnel. So, company-wide, we have rolled that out to all of our terminal locations. Here in Sumner, Washington, Albany, Oregon, Lathrop, California, everywhere we have staff office personnel. Masks are now required. So thank you to all of our CHEEMA teammates for following suit and keeping one another safe. It is so very important these days. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I mean, we don't make the rules, whether we like them or not. Unfortunately, we got to follow, and if we expect our driving force to do it, we're all going to be right here with them.
That's right. We're in this together. Lead by example. Mine keeps sliding down, so you'll see me adjusting it a few times. The big announcement that we want to come with you today with is this. Driver Appreciation Week is upon us, friends. Driver Appreciation Week is actually recognized by the ATA as September 12th through, I believe, the 18th. The 12th or the 18th. But CHEEMA Freight Lines, that's just not enough. We like to celebrate. We like to show some appreciation to our drivers. And so we're going to have 3 consecutive events at all 3 terminal locations, starting with Lathrop next week. Monday through Friday, we'll be down in Lathrop. Our Driver Appreciation Week traveling road crew will be there Monday through Friday. Starting as early as 5 in the morning, we'll have grab-and-go breakfast. We'll have a hot breakfast ready, serving menu items off of the grill. I think Harmon's going to be actually manning the grill.
When did you sign me up for that?
We'll get in touch after the meeting. And goodies galore, raffle items. Obviously, we have shirts and swag every year to lavish onto our driving professionals. So come see us at any one of the 3 terminal locations next week in Lathrop. The following week is going to be a modified week. It's just going to be Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday in Albany because of the Labor Day holiday. And then on the actual ATA dates, we'll be in Sumner, Washington, Monday through Friday. That is the 13th through the 17th. Come join us. See what that's all about.
It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to be in 3 different places for 3 different weeks. It's going to be a party, guys. So make sure you stop by at a terminal, get your grub on, come get some goodies. We're going to have some vendors there, some folks from Freightliner, and lots of raffles and giveaways. So it's going to be a good time. And we're doing it in our new location, which is not a full terminal just yet. It's a drop yard. However, we do have a property there with shop and office that's going to be ready to go here hopefully fairly soon, and get some new teammates down there manning the office, and we'll do one in Albany as well. So it's pretty excited for that. We heard that quite a bit. We always had a lot of drivers in that area, but we never were able to go down there because we never really had any facilities or anything. So now we do. So we're real excited about that. Come by, say hi. I'll be at most of them, and I know Jamie will be at all of them. So yeah, let's do it.
That's right. So that's our first announcement, Driver Appreciation Week. Don't miss out. Secondly, and this is on a serious note, we had an event, a safety event that occurred a little over a week ago. And typically those are kind of taboo conversations to try to tackle, especially on a public platform. But we thought it was important enough to make light of it. One of our drivers handled himself in such a professional manner, in such a safe manner, in such an admirable and commendable manner that we wanted to draw attention to his performance. Phil, one of our teammates, was involved in an event, and it was not an at-fault event on his part, but the way he conducted himself saved a bad event from being much, much worse. So Phil, if you're out there watching today, we just want to let you know that we see you, we thank you, and we appreciate you keeping the rest of the motorists safe. And that is a heartfelt thank you from not only Harmon and the team here at Sumner, but also across the network. I want to take that one step farther to let you know that our safety department has also received a multitude of calls, more than a few, of motorists that observed that event and said if he had handled that any differently, that could have ended up in an unlimited number of worse ways. But he was actually textbook in how he responded to it. And that's exactly the kind of thing you want to hear. Bad things can and will happen on the roadway, but if we do our job safely and properly, we can keep everybody safe at the end of the day. So again, Phil, thank you very much. Hats off to you.
Yeah, thank you, Phil.
Thank you, Phil.
We appreciate your professionalism and handling that situation.
Now we're going to give you an update on trailers. Trailers. And for
Wait.
that update,
Do we want to introduce the guy, this new guy over here? We don't. AJ, what do you do?
Yeah, so I work here, obviously, at CHEEMA Freight Lines for the past year and a half, Mr. Harmon. And I oversee basically our planning department and our customer service team. So anytime something goes wrong for you guys, ultimately it's my fault, right? Or my team's fault. Obviously try to minimize
And
the
he
errors.
works out of our Portland office, which a lot of folks
Yes.
don't really know where it's at because usually these customer-related issues are his fault, so we kind of keep them hidden. No, I'm just kidding. AJ overlooks our customer service departments and some of our planners up here. And AJ also plans sometimes for us, which is awesome. So, AJ, we appreciate you having, or appreciate having you on board. He's been with us for about 15 months, and although new to CHEEMA, a year and a half or so, but I've known AJ for 5-6 years, something like that.
Yep.
So he's definitely not new to myself and the CHEEMA brand, and we're glad to have you on board.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
I think my mask is walking sideways on my face.
Yeah.
Wardrobe, hair.
Your girl's getting sideways on you?
Oh my goodness. All right, Harmon, you have an update on trailers for us.
Yes, we do. So if you can't find an empty trailer, it's AJ's fault. No, I'm just kidding. So trailers, I wanted to bring this up. This is one of our number one issue that still comes up, although we've got more trailers that we've deployed. We've got several hundred rentals out there that we brought on, and we've ordered several hundred trailers, but we're only getting a small fraction of them. That's just because of the supply shortages, the recycling shortages and labor, all that stuff. So our vendors, our trailer OEMs are not able to produce trailers like they normally would have. So with that, we just have a shortage. So what we're doing is to try to tackle that. We need all the drivers to let us know when they see an empty. We'll probably ask you guys to, hey, this trailer's been sitting there for X number of days. Try to grab that one first so we can keep it in circulation. We're working with our customers to try to be more efficient. We're working on more drop and hook freight for you guys, which actually doesn't help the trailer situation. We want to keep you guys rolling, but that means we have more trailers and more spots. So if you're seeing us, requesting your DM or your planners are requesting you to drop your load here to go bobtail to another spot to grab an empty, we're not doing that. We're not doing that on purpose, but it's just kind of a means to an end at this point because we got to keep all the trailers in circulation, and we're trying to be, the most efficient we can. So we've been working on several tools internally, try to keep you guys moving and let you guys know where the empty trailers are. And we've actually been, over the last couple of years, installing cargo sensors on all of our trailers. So if you have a question, if a trailer is empty or it's not empty, call into dispatch. Call your driver manager, call in at night, and ask them, because oftentimes they can see if the trailer is empty or not. We have cargo sensors on, AJ, 80, 90% of them now?
Yeah.
So that's a pretty cool tool. So we're able to see if a trailer is empty or not. So we're working on different steps to try to be able to, I probably shouldn't talk about this, but I'll give you guys a preview. We're working on some apps to where drivers will be able to kind of see on their own where the nearest trailer is and if it's empty or not. So that way we can all get smarter and better utilize our equipment. So we are working on it. We have several hundred trailers on order. They're just all backlogged and coming in slowly. You guys have seen some of the new trailers, the H54 series trailers are all brand new, and we got more coming. So we're excited about that. Just can't get them fast enough.
Nice. More trailers. Drivers will love to hear that. I know planners will as well. Driver managers like it. It's a win for everybody.
Yep.
Let's talk a little bit about business opportunities, new business, some of the things we're seeing in the market right now. Can you talk a little bit about that, Harmon?
Yeah, absolutely. So from a sales standpoint, business is booming. We can't keep up with the demand. We're turning down more freight than we're able to execute every day and handle, which is a great problem to have. That means there's good opportunities, better opportunities for our drivers, which you guys have already seen some. So if you're coming into an area and you got extra time on your load and you got extra time on your clock, reach out to your driver manager and see if we can turn and burn you somewhere and keep you moving. And if you're not getting the miles you think you should be getting or getting close to that 3,000 mile mark or more, then you need to start communicating a little bit more so we can continue to keep you moving, because we have way too much freight for it to be slow down for anybody. And we've got new business coming on. We've took on some new lanes. We're able to get rid of some, lanes we didn't like or lanes that took too long to unload, and continue to find better opportunities for everybody. And so we're continuing to do that. You'll see some of that, but we got more business than we can handle, which is a great problem to have. We've got new trucks coming, and we'll continue to keep bringing on new folks to the CHEEMA team.
Well, that being said, since there's such a capacity demand, that might be a good segue to go in and talk about some of the monthly bonus programs that we've been rolling out month to month to month. Let's recap some of the numbers, shall we?
Sure. So if you guys have seen our podcast last month, we introduced a bonus on top of the bonus called a Hero Pay, which is another couple pennies on top of the original 2 cents a mile. So some of the numbers Jamie I'm going to ask him about are actually going to be doubled next month, because it went into effect August 1st. Hold on, guys, my grill's slipping away. So some good stuff going on. We got the miles. We have great drivers, and we just need more. Mm-hmm. Right?
Mm-hmm. We're growing this thing.
Yeah. So Jamie, what percentage of our eligible fleet hit the bonus last month?
Of all eligible drivers, we had 68% of our fleet get the monthly bonus.
Wow, that's pretty
for
good.
the month of July. They received that bonus in a September check for the month of July.
So how do they earn that bonus? Can we go over that real quick?
Yeah, quick summary. If they go over 10,000 miles, Harmon, they're going to get 2 cents per mile for all the miles run. Anything over 10,000, 10,001 and above. So 11,000, 12,000, if they can legally do it. Some of the disqualifiers: if they go out of bounds on their ELD, if they go over on their 14, over on their 11, that's going to run them off, and that's going to disqualify them. If they cost the company money in any sort of at-fault accident, not no-fault accident, if they are truly at fault and responsible for damage done to the equipment, that would also disqualify them for the bonus. So 68% of all eligible drivers receive that bonus from miles ran in the month of July.
That's awesome. So be safe out there. Don't run over hours. Take care of your logbooks and your ELDs. I know there's some issues with our people nets, and we're working on it. Trust me, we've been talking to them every day for a long time and trying to fix it, and we've got a lot of the bugs worked out, but there's still something to go. So trust me, we are working on it. We're trying to fix that for you guys so we can get rid of some of those frustrations. But be safe. Don't run over hours. Be legal. Stay within your personal conveyance time, and you'll hit the bonus. Don't bump into things. Don't damage our equipment. We've got great trucks and trailers for everybody, and take pride in them, and don't damage them. You guys damage them, then, like I said, I always keep things simple. We'll keep growing, and when, as we continue to produce, we'll continue to give that back to our driving force. So, Jamie, what was the average payout last month?
I'm glad you asked, Harmon. The average payout I have right here is $261.
Wow.
So that's a monthly bonus. And again, like Harmon mentioned, that's the current rate. Again, it's 2 cents per mile for all miles ran in a calendar month. There is a seniority weighting, so a one-year guy is going to get a smaller weighting than a driver that's been with us 5, 6, 7, 10 or more years. That seniority weighting goes up by 5% every year you're with CHEEMA Freight Lines.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And so, as we announced last month, that 2 cents per mile will be 2 additional cents on top of that.
Wait, what? So we're doubling it pretty much?
We're doubling it, Harmon.
Wow. So that 261 could be
Quick math?
5 something, right?
522?
Yeah.
I don't know. Somebody check my math.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
That's really awesome. That's money available going forward. And again, if 68% of the fleet is able to qualify that, eligible drivers, we want to grow this thing. So those miles are available to be run.
Yeah, we want 75% or more hitting those.
Yeah, absolutely achievable.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So moving into our next category, we've got bonuses. We've got good pay coming for drivers. Let's talk about some of the lanes we run, some of the fleets we offer. For this, I'm going to turn to AJ. AJ's going to tell us about 3 different fleet dynamics that we have available here at CHEEMA Freight Lines. Can you tell us a little bit about that, AJ?
Sure, thanks, Jamie. So in general, we got three different types of fleets we run here,
Okay.
right? We've got regional fleets, local fleets, and over-the-road fleets. So I guess we'll start with the local fleet.
Perfect.
And like I mentioned on the last show, our over-the-road fleet is really not an over-the-road fleet. At CHEEMA, you're never more than
2 days from home.
3 max, right?
2.5, 3
Yep.
days.
So what that means is, if you're based in Albany, Oregon, or Sumner, Washington, and you're down in Phoenix or down in Southern California, you're approximately 2 days away from home. So we keep you guys pretty close, and we can react. We can get drivers home when they need to be. We live up to that. That's the biggest thing here, is keeping the drivers running the lanes they want to run and getting them home when they want. And at the end of the day, kicking butt, running miles, and just kicking it out there.
Mhm.
So, AJ, tell us about some of those fleets.
Yeah, definitely. So on the on the local front, we've got a local fleet up here in Sumner, Washington. Obviously, pretty self-explanatory. You see the guys with day cabs. They're home every day, and they cover different freight locally for us. Kind of got the same thing going on down in Oregon. They do a lot of the moves from Toledo for our over-the-road or I-5 drivers that pick up at Albany. Well, that's how they get to Albany. We
And
use
this
those-
fleet's based where in Albany?
They're based in Albany,
All
yeah.
right.
At our terminal there. And then we've also got a local fleet at our other terminal in Lathrop, California, that does a lot of business with a major customer out there, and then also helps cover some over-the-road type moves, whether that be picks or deliveries as well. That pretty much sums up our local fleet. They're basically all home daily local drivers, as you would expect. We've also got some regional fleets. One of them is relatively new and is getting a lot of popularity and a lot of questions about it, and that's our California regional fleet that we rolled out.
What does
last
that
month.
mean? The intra-cal fleet, right?
Yeah, it's intercal. So basically there's drivers that maybe live in California that all they want to do is drive California. And so we let them do that now. They drive basically between Northern California and Southern California, and they live somewhere close so they can get home multiple times a week, get home, for their resets and home time relatively quickly. For running that, typically shorter loads from NorCal to SoCal, they make a couple more cents a mile. How much is that again, Jamie?
2 plus 2.
So those fleets are making an additional 2 cents a mile because they're a little bit shorter length of haul, right?
Yeah, they're running shorter loads compared to an I-5 guy that may be hauling a 700 to 800 mile load, right?
So the average length of haul there is what, 350,
About
375?
350 to 375, and that's on the California regional. And then we've also got our Northwest regional up here, which is about the same thing. They make 2 more cents a mile as well. And they're running on average, 300 to 350 mile loads, sometimes a little bit shorter. And then you've also got your GP shuttle fleet up here, which is a dedicated fleet. And those guys basically run between GP Awana and GP Halsey, which a lot of you are familiar with. So those are kind of our 3 regionals. Okay.
Cool.
And those fleets, they're all home multiple times a week. Good opportunities to take a 10 at the house, that kind of thing. And then kind of what I view as our over-the-road fleets or mileage-based, more longer mileage-based fleets. You've got your I-5 drivers and your Southwest regional drivers. We have a lot of I-5 drivers that like to just stay between NorCal and Washington, and that's fine. We work with that. We've got a lot of guys now that are doing these great runs from Sumner out to the Phoenix area.
Nice.
And granted, that's not I-5 the whole way, but it's the longest load we kind of have in the network. A lot of guys like it. It's drop and hook. So we're always looking for guys that like to do that kind of thing and run out further. So
And guess what, guys? If you're based in Washington, based in Sumner, or in Phoenix, right, and you do that load, and guess what? We're probably going to get you something to get you right back the same direction, which means in approximately 2 loads for that week, you're hitting 2,800 miles,
Yep.
right? So easy way to just go out and back and then come and do something a little short deal and go home 3,200 miles, bam.
Yep.
Most
we
of
make
which
it
is
sound
drop
so
and hook.
easy.
Yeah, drop and hook.
Yep, and then we've also got our Southwest Regional fleet, which a lot of folks know. A lot of drivers there are domiciled in Lathrop, and they basically run California, Arizona, and I guess they could run some portions of Nevada as well, though we don't go there too often. And they're just focused in the Southwest, kind of avoiding Oregon and Washington.
So it sounds like a very diverse offering, so that you have a little something for everybody. Little
Yeah,
pockets
we
of
do.
local, little pockets of regional, something over the road, state to state for those guys that like to stay out a little bit longer.
Yeah.
Different length of haul from different fleets, a different pay to make it all work out, different frequency of home time. And for those guys that do run the long runs, the guys that do run those, I think you said Washington to Arizona, maybe Washington to LA, and some combination of that. Do you see like an average? Are those guys getting anywhere near 3,000 miles a week? I mean, what have you seen?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we got plenty of drivers that are getting that. You know, it really just depends. I guess how hard you want to run, right? You know, if you're willing to put in the time and put in the hours and, you know, do all those things that are necessary, then yeah, you can easily get the miles here at CHEEMA. I've worked for a couple other companies, and I'll say this is probably the easiest one for a driver to be able to get what they want as far as that goes, to be honest with you.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to laugh.
Oh, it's all
Doesn't
right.
it look like he's got like a little mouth there with the little grill right there? He's got a little mouth.
Your grill is talking.
That looks awesome. I want that. Okay. These masks are going crazy. They're going everywhere.
Yeah, they are.
Okay, well, thanks for that recap, AJ. That's
Yeah, no
pretty
problem.
cool. I've spent some time in operations. I've worked side by side with AJ, and phenomenal planner, by the way. I mean, this guy can plan the heck out of some book of freight. But one thing that he didn't add, and I just want to layer over everything, is even within some of those fleets, we have an incredible team that are very creative to meet driver scheduling needs. We have customers, we figure out, hey, how can we run this driver to get him home when he needs to be home, still get 2,500 to 3,000 miles a week on that truck, and run him in an area that he's happy running in.
Yeah.
I mean, there are a litany of examples that I've seen you engineer, that I've engineered, we put together based on a driver's need presented to us. And so we try to be really open to finding out ways that we can fit freight to a driver's running style. And that's what I think is one of the cooler things here in our culture.
Yeah, and with that, I just want to point out, sometimes we'll get drivers that are running a certain fleet, and man, this grill is tough to keep on. We'll get drivers that are running a certain fleet, and they want to be home more frequently or daily or, whatever. And sometimes we'll see an email saying, hey, this driver is looking to leave because they're, looking for more home time, or they found a different opportunity that's going to get home every other day. And oftentimes when we see those, we're quick. We call the driver and we talk it over with them and run through some of the options. Maybe we engineer some new stuff. And this thing's going to fly off. It's pretty windy in here. So drivers, just want to say, if there's a fleet you're running on and your spouse wants you home more frequently or something like that, and you're looking for different options, call your driver manager. Call AJ. Talk to us, and we can work with you to figure out different options, get you home more frequently, get you home more consistently on certain days, whatever it takes. We're here to help to continue to move this forward as a team and work with y'all to find those lanes that fit and that schedule that fits, because we want to be flexible. We're not that black and white textbook carrier.
Yep.
We're the green carrier.
I would say absolutely make sure you call us on those kind of things, because a lot of times I think the drivers see things differently than someone sitting in the office, right? And so it's always good to have the different perspective and, understand that and hear that and discuss that.
Yep. We have a lot of experience on our team, a lot of creative problem solvers, and give us a chance to find out what we can put together for you.
Definitely.
Well, I think we're rounding it out to our last item. I want to remind folks that referring drivers pays. Refer a driver. If you're currently working for us and you refer a driver to us, if we hire that driver, it's going to earn you $500 driver referral. We'll give that to you in 2 lump sums, pay it out in $250 and $250. But we have learned, as long as we've been doing this, referred drivers are the best drivers. We want to grow this family. We've got equipment coming in on order, and we want to continue to grow the business. So if you've got a referral, send it our way. We'll give you a referral bonus. We'll hire that and qualify that driver. Or if you're watching this and you don't know anybody that works for CHEEMA, teamcheema.com. Check us out. Go online. If you want to apply, that's where you'd go, teamcheema.com. Get some more information. Talk to Jeff, our recruiter. Find out if we can really back up some of this stuff. We'd love to interview you and see if you're qualified to run the beautiful green equipment that we've got. Anything else you guys want to add this time around?
So what are some of the qualifications? How can you apply? I know we know where they can apply, right? They can go to teamcheema.com, apply it through that.
Thank you.
But how can they, what's the qualifications?
All
What
right,
do
if
need?
you want to know before you push apply, if you qualify, let me just get you some brass tacks qualification. Have you been driving for at least 1 year? Yes? Good. So you can't have no experience. We hire 1 year of experience only. The more the merrier. Minimum 1 year of experience. Accents. We want a safe, clean driver. So you got a 15 over speed, in the last 3 years, that's going to be a problem. It's going to be a real problem. We're going to have a hard time qualifying you. We want a clean driving record, obviously current medical certificate. We're going to look at your driving history. We're going to say what your previous employers have said about you. So drivers in good standing with their previous employers. And that's pretty much it. I might be missing something, but off the cuff, that's what I got for you.
Yeah, but if you think, oh man, I'm not going to qualify, call us. We will work with you. If there's certain circumstances where, hey, this happened or that happened, if we can get it pushed through and, we can all agree that that was an anomaly or something like that, then oftentimes we can get you going. However, we have those minimum requirements, at least a year, and some of those other qualifications for insurance purposes.
That's right.
Because we want safe drivers.
Yep, absolutely. We have a great team here in the trucks as well as in the office, and we want to grow it to continue to offer excellence up and down the West Coast. So I want to thank Harmon. I want to thank AJ for his insights today. A lot of exciting things in the works, like we mentioned last month, and again this time with Driver Appreciation coming up next week and the next 3 consecutive weeks at our 3 terminals. Don't forget, AJ asked earlier, give us some names for this chat, this monthly meeting, this monthly live stream. Post what you think we should be calling this thing, and who knows, if we like that idea, maybe we'll stick with it.
Yeah.
Until then, I'm going to come
Absolutely.
up with something new every week.
All right. We'll see you all in Lathrop next week.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Thanks, Ron.